type that April was talking about, specifically for that. I've been just kind of setting it out with our Young at Heart messages that we use for our lunches and that kind of thing. But I kind of want to keep that separate. And so, and I also, typically on our messenger group, which is a different group, we have a Young at Heart messenger group. I usually send out a daily devotion. And I think I might include that also with the text message group and keep that separate also. But also, I will probably keep the messenger group because through that group, I like to every morning start my day off with encouragement, prayers, thoughts for the day, that kind of thing. And I can get a little carried away. And it can be, there's someone here who can vouch for that. I can, pile it on in the morning, but I get a little into it. So I may just keep that one on Messenger. And then, but like I said, if there's anyone who would like to be included in the daily Bible reading plan, just let me know, and I'll happy to add you to the group.
Did y'all hear that okay? Without the interpretation? Okay. All right, well, continuing with our plans for 2026, our first meeting is going to be on January 27th. We're going to meet at Bush's Seafood at noon. In case you can get away. On February 24th, on February 24th, we'll be gathering for lunch at the Riverwatch Olive Garden. And at lunch, those who are interested, we're just going to go a couple hundred yards down the road to the movie theater, and we're going to watch I Can Only Imagine 2. So that'll be for our second meeting. And we plan to support our pastor's direction as far as unity and working that into whatever we share during our meetings. And we're looking forward to different outings for the year. Not sure yet, but we're looking at like the Biblical History Center in LaGrange, Georgia. We're trying to find things that we keep the price right where everyone could participate, and so we're still looking there. We're also considering possibly a devotional for our group, but we know that most of the people who are already in our group either go to the women's Bible study, the men's Bible study already, so we're still undecided there. But we're going to certainly continue to meet at least once a month for lunch and share an encouraging Bible message. And we're also going to make sure that we can coordinate as many movies when we meet as well. So, not being biased, but I believe we have the most exciting, fun group. So anyone who wants to join,
I'm going to say.
yes, feel free to join us. And we don't have just couples. We have, single individuals. Sometimes the husband's still working, the wife's still working, but feel free to come out, and we'd love to have you. Okay?
Awesome.
Just one thing I wanted to add, because I don't think I say this enough. I've been at the church for 3 years now, and I personally want to thank Paul and April and Eddie, because I have learned more in that 3 years than I have in a whole lifetime of attending church, and I'm serious about that. So, and I know a lot of
And
other
she went
people probably feel the
Pentecostal
same way.
Holiness Church, not just
Thank
Catholic.
you. All kinds, but anyway, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
You're up, sister.
Go, girl. Well, the good news is I can see my paper, or I can see you. I have 2 pairs of glasses, so I'm going to choose to see my paper and not see y'all this morning, because I gotta read, right? In 2025, the youth, we kind of started the youth meetings. I don't want to call it a program. And we're going to continue it in 2026. What I found, 2 things we found. One, for me personally, and probably for the youth too, we need a steady schedule. So we're going to start meeting the 3rd Friday at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, starting in February. 3rd Friday every month. We may add dates to that for special things that we want to do, but that's going to be our routine schedule. It helps me. It'll probably help everybody else just to know that's when we plan to meet. What we do may vary. We're planning to probably go bowling for our first meeting, which is in February. But we're going to meet with the youth after church next Sunday just to kind of talk with them for a few minutes. And then the second thing I really learned is that you don't really have to entertain the youth so much. They entertain themselves. Give them a place to entertain themselves, meet, play games, and they interact with each other so well. That's just a blessing in itself. So we're glad to be able to do that. Our goal this year is to follow in unity whatever y'all, our leaders of the church are doing, Paul and April. We're gonna follow that. Doesn't matter where you take us, we're gonna follow you. So Neil had come up with, if you wanna speak, on our anthem verse that we're going to guide the youth with this year, just something to give them a voice in, if you don't mind reading that.
Our anthem Bible verse for the youth is gonna be 1 Timothy 4:12, which it says, "Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech and conduct and love and faith and in purity."
Yes. So,
That's the verse of the day today.
It is, I know.
yeah, I know, wasn't that unified message, right? I know. Am I yelling into this? I'm a loudspeaker anyway. So, I got things to say, but if I say them, I cry, so I'm gonna leave this without crying. Yeah, okay.
Do your thing.
Let me start with this. I looked up this morning, AI Overview gave me in the Bible, unity is the spiritual oneness, harmony, and shared purpose among believers in Jesus Christ. And I think that's probably where we're going this year. Wherever our leadership takes us, we are going to be unified and following that leadership because we trust y'all. Y'all are spirit-fed and spirit-led, and we appreciate that. So wherever you lead us, that's where we'll go. I'm gonna step down.
Everybody sit up.
I will try not to repeat anything that the pastor have already said, but first, I want to go ahead and start with the picking of supplies. I am the person that you need to send a text to or call if you see that we are low or we're out of something. So my number is in the directory, so have that available, I think Mackenzie has the directory, and I think she's gonna add the people that are not in there. So the next one is the calendar. So I think the calendar this year is gonna be a lot easier because we are putting a person responsible for the weeks. If it's the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and even the fifth week, we're gonna have somebody already in place for that. The only time that will not happen, if the person cannot make it, we'll go ahead and put somebody else, whoever's here, to take over. So then the next one is the nursery, and I think that Paul already talked about the nursery, the situation with that concerning the new thing that we're gonna have this year with the praise and worship. So as he mentioned, we will have two groups. The first group will take care of the discovery class with the praise and worship, and the second group will go ahead and be the one that will do the service. So, of course, the parents are responsible for taking the kids to the nursery, and of course, pick them up, please. And the fourth thing that we didn't talk about was the funeral. So even though I am the coordinator, I'm the coordinator when it comes to the food. Pastor Paul will get with them, and they will talk about the service. I am not responsible for the songs, for how everything's gonna be done at the service. It would be Paul. Paul will then get with them, and somebody in their family will be responsible for getting in contact with me or for me getting in contact with them concerning certain things if we are responsible for the meal. So The only thing that I will ask is, or mention to you guys, is that if you tell me that that we need to provide meals for 20 people, please do not invite 50 people, because there will not be enough food, and I'm telling you that now. So, other than that, that will take care of the funeral situation. Now, the event, I think everybody got a sheet for the event, for 2026. So we will have 10 events this year. 5 of them are First Friday. My team consists of Eddie, Candy, and Tammy, and their spouse. So basically what we're gonna do this year is that we have 5 First Friday. And the 5th one, of course, will be Paul and April's at their house for Christmas. So each one will be responsible, including me, will be responsible for each of the First Friday. So if you would like to help in this area, please get with whoever is responsible for that particular First Friday, because it is on the list. Okay, so does anybody have any questions on any of these areas that I have went over? Okay, so just make sure that you have your number, my number, so that I can, if you guys need to go ahead and get with me on any of these events or anything else in general, the areas that I'm responsible for, just give me a call or text me, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as possible.
She gets back real fast.
I try, but I
Very
do.
good.
And I think that's it.
Good job, Jen.
All right.
I said, thank you, Aunt Janet.
Just FYI, the women's ministry meets the second and the fourth Monday at 6:30 here. I forgot to mention that. And starting in February, and Candy is the meal coordinator, so we're gonna continue doing what we've been doing, so I'll send out information. Yes.
The first one is February 9th,
February 9th.
and I'm covering the food for that one.
No, it's February 9th, the first Friday?
No, this is the first one.
Lots going on, people, lots going on. Sorry. No, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Hi guys, this is not planned, so we'll see where it goes. I'm in charge of the directory, so if you already have your information in the directory, but something changed, like a new phone number or something, go ahead and get with me. If you have given your information to Janet in the last few months, I have it. I haven't done anything with it yet, but it's okay. We're getting there. I will reach out to you and ask for a family photo at some point if I don't have one, and if you have a more recent than the one that was in the directory from a couple years ago, and you want to put that in there, go ahead and send it to me if you have my number. If not, I can get it to you. I think that's it.
Good job. I just want to add that if anyone's interested in being the person that sends out a weekly church announcement text, we are open to that. I wanted to throw that out there. It's a very simple process. If you're interested, you would just really pay attention to what George says, or get with George. He'd give them to you, put them in there, or, George, you could just, I'll just could show you how to do it, Okay, so, just saying. And, that's it. Yeah. And if you're a ministry head, we'll be getting with you soon about your budget for the year so that you know what you have for that, okay? You want me to just start this moving?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pass the offering plate around, and we're gonna put everybody out of their misery and get them some food in their stomach. We try to make these things short, but when you're doing business and you got information, it's gotta get out there. We don't want nobody confused, we want everybody on the same page. If we've had this meeting today, and during the meeting, your heart has been stirred towards a ministry to help, get with that ministry lead, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna